And now you got to run the rest of Marcus Eriks. Yeah! What's he got? What's he got going on now? Yeah, but he has music, doesn't he? Marcus Eriks has music. Why put his microphone down? He's going to come out the music, isn't he? Yeah! And you know what come back here? You guys think the about the rest of the West? Yeah. You represent the company, say something. Say something.
Slightly, in all due respect. Don't worry, we'll have your matchup, and we shall have it now. But first, allow me to bring in my broadcast partner, Styker. And you were timely. Perhaps we'll be having these issues. And then, allow me to bring out your opponent this evening, Marcus Eriks.
Start to Best of the West Ignition. I am your commissioner, Alexander G. Bernard, now joined by my broadcast colleague, AJ Kirsch.
Okay, so what exactly is going on? Because this show has started off unlike any Best of the West Ignition that I've ever been a part of, and I've been here since day one. This is under your jurisdiction, Commissioner, so with all due respect, what the hell is going on tonight?
We are starting off hot, to say the least. No time for introductions, no time for Davey Dangerously. Steiker wants the action. Let's give people the action.
All right, well, apparently Alexander G. Bernard with his pulse on the people here in Hanford, California, as we get set for our opening matchup, which I think caught everybody on production here by surprise. Steiker taking matters into his own hands, demanding that things change here at Best of the West, and demanding that his opponent come to the ring immediately as Steiker, Gangaseki, and Marcus Eriks lock horns in the middle of the ring.
Chocolate Papi popping off quickly with this headlock here. Both these men, Marcus Eriks is now looking to start a new singles career. Steiker looking to reinvigorate a career here in Best of the West.
And Marcus Eriks in control. I have to admit, it's not often where I'm back there getting ready to take the stage here at Best of the West, and all of a sudden I have no idea what's going on. But Steiker, if he's looking to flip the script, he is well on his way to doing so, because he is ruffling more than Marcus Eriks' feathers here tonight.
You know, though, I do respect it. Don't know that I agree with it, but I do respect it. I was taking preparations myself, but Steiker is a man who knows what he wants. He wants to prove that he is the top tier, the top flight of competition here, and he is demonstrating as such with his control of Marcus Eriks. And just as soon as I speak.
Of course, Marcus Eriks with the reversal, and I don't want to take away from this match, but I have to ask, is there going to be any disciplinary action taken against Steiker for pretty much, taking the show into his own hands?
I'll have a conversation with him.
Oh,
I'll have a
conversation. Okay,
with him.
okay.
Come on, Steiker, back out of the corner. Let's go.
I'm sure it's going to be worded very sternly.
Sternly.
Sternly, yes.
There will be some consternation in my voice.
Consternation. You're consternated.
That's not even what I said. Now, Steiker with these boots to Marcus Eriks, and there we go. That's the aggression we see. That's the aggression we saw at the top of the show, and what we will continue to see out of Steiker. Drilling Marcus Eriks face and chest with those boots.
Steiker yelling to this crowd in Hanford saying that he's the best of the West, and it's up to him to prove it. He has an opportunity to do so right now at the expense of Marcus Eriks, but Marcus, you got to be wondering what kind of mindset he's in after. Oh! Beautiful hangman's neck breaker, but Steiker right back up on his feet. Flying back elbow finds its mark.
Marcus Eriks managing to finesse these major shots.
Folds him up into the cover. 1, 2, and only 2.
Notice with Steiker, it's a lot of power game. With Marcus Eriks, it's heavy hands. It's a lot of strikes that he'll unleash on Steiker when he is on the offense.
There's a fireman's carry by Marcus Eriks. Pushed into the ropes. Hangs on. Steiker followed in and now sent over the top with the clothesline over the top rope. As I was saying, you got to wonder what kind of mindset Marcus Eriks is in since recently splitting up with his longtime tag team partner, the Metalhead Maniac Sledge. They beat the crap out of each other last time they were in the ring together, but Marcus Eriks quite literally had to be carried out.
Marcus Eriks is looking to put that whole tag career behind him. I spoke with him backstage.
Oh!
Oh, that knee strike. Oh no, what's Steiker thinking here?
Hung him up on the middle rope, nothing to protect himself. Marcus Eriks' head was just fed to the hardest part of the ring.
Marcus Eriks was looking for a fresh start tonight, but it looks like with some of the damage that he sustained, I believe he had a concussion after our last event. Some of the damage to the head might be sticking with him through this event as well.
Well, if it wasn't before, it certainly is now. He just ate the steel ring post on the outside.
He is moving very slowly, very slow to get up.
Rolled back into the ring. And Steiker taking his time. Not a wise move if you're in there with a competitor the likes of Marcus Eriks.
I don't know that I agree with that. Marcus Eriks is down. He's moving very slowly. Steiker looks like has a little bit of time to rest up. Oh.
Beautiful right hand, perhaps out of desperation. Steiker answers with one of his own, and now we've got ourselves a slugfest. Beautiful overhead belly-to-belly suplex.
Wow, I am impressed with the power of Marcus Eriks. Do you see how high he got Steiker up there?
Yeah, he was up in the lights. Oh, but Steiker, again using the top rope as a weapon. Perhaps dislocating the shoulder of Marcus Eriks.
Steiker, a very crafty competitor, great ring awareness, realizing where he was and utilizing that ring to his advantage.
A ring of the arm. And drives his shoulder into that of Marcus Eriks. Has those fingers interlocked and is now ascending to the top rope.
Be some of the agility of Steiker, perhaps.
The balance is beautiful. And again, zeroing in on the shoulder.
The balance is one thing, the innovation and viciousness is coming down, stomping on that shoulder. He could have dislocated it in that very moment.
Yeah, or worse. At this point, after draping it over the top rope and then that innovative maneuver, there could be permanent damage done to the shoulder of Marcus Eriks. And look at Steiker, he's not done. A knee strike right into the deltoid. Oh no, and a shoulder breaker.
And you could see Marcus Eriks' shoulder impact and slide past. All of that can do damage
There's a
to
cover.
that shoulder.
2 and a kick out at 2.
And look at the way Steiker did that cover 2, forcing his weight down on the bad shoulder, making it more and more difficult for Marcus Eriks to kick out here.
Yeah, but yet still not enough to put down one half of the, well, former half of the former tag team champions. Roundhouse kick misses. Marcus now, fireman's carry. What's he gonna do with them? Steiker able to wiggle out the back. And now, looks like a
triangle choke.
Yes.
No.
He's trying to key lock the arm there.
I'm impressed. I did not know Steiker had that submission ability inside of him. Usually more known for a combination speed and power game. And just drilling.
Wait a minute, there's a pinning predicament, and if he had not released that hold, that could have been a quick 3 count.
Marcus Eriks, though, looks a little stunned, a little short of breath, perhaps.
Clothesline takes down
Just to
Steiker.
land a clothesline and that leg lariat.
Off the ropes goes Chocolate Papi, ducks the clothesline off the other side, and a sit-out spine buster into the cover. There's 2, and a kick out at 2.
That was the offensive flurry that Marcus Eriks needed, though. And now, looks like Marcus Eriks perhaps going for a submission of his own.
Wait a minute, Steiker raking the eyes and using every bit of the referee's 5 count to do so.
I don't know, my view was somewhat obscured.
Obscured. We have a monitor right in front of us.
His hand was near the face, but I couldn't tell exactly what he was doing
You're
there.
the worst. Just because I work for you doesn't mean I have to pretend to like you.
Again, going something in the face.
Oh, what is he
there.
doing now? Something in the face? It
I
looks
don't
like he
know,
might
from
be
the
going
monitor,
after
all
the
I can
eyes
see
again.
Is the posterior of DC Brown.
Wait a minute.
over.
Referee DC Brown has called for the bell.
Here's your winner by disqualification, Marcus Eriks.
Oh, it looks like Steiker got disqualified for, what was it? Oh yes, repeatedly raking the eyes.
That's the referee's call. The referee has better visibility than I do. I will respect the referee's call in that case.
Despite the monitor that's right in front of you,
The
like
referee
immediately
is there
to
in person. Calm down.
Okay.
If this was the call, then this is the right call in your mind. You should be elated. Steiker, on
Wait
the
a
other
second,
hand,
Steiker, he's not done. But Marcus fighting back.
and now these two are just trading blows.
Slugging it out in the center of the ring. We need referees out here.
Just trading shots. But
And Steiker over the top
Hard
rope to the
landing.
outside.
you know what? There we go. There are referees. Referees breaking these two up.
Well, hang on. Let's choose our words a little more carefully here. Referees out here to make sure these two do not tear each other apart again after they've already broken
You know
themselves
what?
up.
I don't know that I'm going to... Give me one moment.
Oh, look, and now it's more referees. What are you going to do about this, AGB?
Gentlemen, you know, I think I'm not tired of this yet. I think I want to see some more. Do you want to take this man out? Do you want to take that man out? Good enough for me. Santa Cruz, April 25th. We will see the rematch. It'll be Chocolate Papi, Styker, taking on Marcus Eriks.
Well, April 25th is a long way away. I believe you meant August 25th.
August 25th.
Yes, that is a Saturday night in Santa Cruz. August the
Apologies.
25th.
August 25th. Somewhat flustered with all the excitement.
Sea of Attrition. Best of the West makes its debut in Santa Cruz. Marcus Eriks one-on-one with Steiker Gongaseki. This issue, I was going to say it's far from over, but it seems like it's just getting started.
Just getting started in my mind. I want to see what these two can do.
Yeah, congratulations. We'll be right back with more Best of the West Ignition.
remember first night downtown on New. I was there with all my friends. You were there with me, and we were walking down on East Glen. I thought I heard you whispering my name, 'cause I love the way I feel whenever I am living in this place. Then the phone line. I've been running all this time, chasing down those I've been drifting all around, stumbling from town to town. There ain't no way to make me choose. Just take me back to Santa Cruz. Oh, 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 oh.
This is the bearded outlaw, the cowboy, James Storm, and you are watching the best of the West. And if you're not, sorry about your damn luck.
Welcome back to Best of the West Ignition. AJ Kirsch and Alexander G. Bernard at ringside. It is now time for your main event of the evening. Let's send it to our ring announcer, Davey Dangerously.
Following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your main event of the evening. Official judge of this contest, referee Justin.
There's a return I am quite excited for. Not quite sure how you.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that makes one of us.
Introducing first, coming hot after Oakland, California, Steven Tresario.
Is not gonna let you forget that one, is he?
Yeah. Well, I had a feeling that was coming. We haven't seen Tresario since the Best of the West 2-year anniversary.
I think last time we saw Tresario, you still had a functioning patella.
Wow, that's cool. That's all right. Get him in while you can.
That I shall.
I'm not sure that's entirely the case, but you
Well,
know,
you had the
I'm
matchup, you learned your place,
I'm ready
and
to-
therefore now you're here and ready to be 100% here, which is where I need you.
I'm ready to put that behind me and continue as a broadcast colleague. So
I'm glad you managed to keep your ego in check for once in your life.
this is gonna be good.
From Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the Chief, Owen Travers.
The Chief Owen Travers and Steven Tresario. My past with Tresario aside, two of the most athletically gifted competitors Best of the West has ever seen. And as a fan of professional wrestling, this is going to be good.
Very excited for this matchup. These are two young, incredibly hot commodities on the rise here at Best of the West. Either one of these men could be title contenders today. have to know each one has that competitive drive to be the best.
Absolutely.
Each one wants to jockey themselves over the other in that possible title contention, so they will each be putting in their 100%.
Referee Knuck Johnson checking these two competitors.
Off we begin. It'll be interesting to see how the crafty Tresario matches with the innovative, unique capoeira style of Owen Travers. I believe this to be a first-time matchup, so unclear if he has any match for Travers' style.
Steven Tresario, as crazy as he is, he's crazy like a fox. He does his homework. He is well prepared. But Owen Travers, equally diligent, equally disciplined, and these two starting off with a chain wrestling sequence here, and Tresario already has that crazy look on his face.
It's trading these holds back and forth. Very evenly matched in the mat game, it looks like. I'd give the weight advantage to Travers. But Tresario, I have seen certainly pull out some unique maneuvers and transitions on the mat.
Beautiful headlock takeover by Steven Tresario. Wrenching in on that head. Rolls him up. 1, 2, and only 2.
Keeping that tight grip, you have to appreciate that tight grip that Tresario has on Travers' head. Square across the jawline.
Off the ropes goes Tresario. Big shoulder tackle takes down the Chief, Owen Travers. Beautiful leapfrog. Hip toss, connecting. And Tresario in a world of hurt right now.
The danger of upping the pace too much. Travers excels when he has a little bit of distance and some high speed to work with.
The athleticism of Owen Travers rolls through. Beautiful head scissor takes Tresario to the corner.
Tresario stunned and dazed.
Drop kick, and Tresario has to take a moment to regroup.
Wise strategy. Regroup, get that snap, get that focus. That's what Tresario needs to recenter himself, not allow Owen Travers to build this head of steam. Tresario cannot allow himself to be distracted by this Hanford crowd. They do not bring him victory, he brings himself victory.
Well, Tresario can care less about these people in Hanford or really anybody watching at home. Anybody streaming on Fight TV or Twitch, he does not care. He's in there to win and hopefully inflict some pain as he's doing it.
Rosario going for the test of strength, but manages to outmaneuver Travers. Boot to the chest. And now he's got Travers on the ropes. And this is the pace. This is the pace Tresario needs. Methodical, up close.
Oh, and merciless.
Hard hitting, tenderizing the pectoral muscles of Owen Travers.
Get out the corner, let's go, work!
Not again. Oh, misses wildly that time. And now the Chief returning the favor.
Out the corner, let's go, work!
Oh no, snug forearm.
Clubbing to the chest. And you can see Tresario a little out of sorts from that one. Took him a moment to regain his breath before getting back on this offense.
Irish whip and a big splash in the corner. Travers may not know where he is.
2 counts!
What's the matter, y'all? Quiet! Y'all like seeing the Chief get his ass kicked?
Tresario kicked out. His brains just got scrambled.
Look on his face tells you all you need to know. That might have been pure instinct. He is positively dazed from that blow.
Hey, clean up now! Get him out! Come on, clean up right there!
Rosario grabbing a hold in that corner and thumb to the eye. Brilliant.
He would.
Absolutely brilliant.
He would resort to a thumb to
That's
the eye.
what he needed to do.
Elbow right to the chest. I don't know why he's got to look at me when he does that. Our issue is over. 1, 2, and again only 2.
Now the ever-calculating Tresario goes back to his game plan. I would wager he needs to keep Travers close.
I would wager Tresario needs to be in a straitjacket. And listen to Tresario adding insult to injury, bad-mouthing Owen Travers.
The genius of great men sometimes looks like insanity to those on the outside.
Really? Because this just looks like a lot of insanity and not as much genius. Like far more insanity than genius.
Just because you
Oh, good Lord!
You fail to understand this is what Rosario brings to the table. Unmitigated violence.
Ugh. Absolutely sickening thud. There's a snapmare. And a kick again right between the shoulder blades. And listen to Owen Travers just cry out in pain.
Owen Travers is a proud man. It takes a certain ego to call yourself the chief. When he even screams out in pain like that, that tells you how much that must hurt.
Yeah. Travers can barely stand. It might be Tresario is actually keeping him upright right now.
3 times is even better.
Shoves him off. You could hear he was going to set him up for that kick to the back yet again. Look at the look on Owen Travers' face off the ropes. A huge kick right.
Staggers, but
Wait a
Tresario
second.
is still standing.
Look who's coming out here.
Kick to the chest.
Adam Mayhem has just made his way out here.
It is Adam Mayhem. And he's stalking Owen Travers.
Well, you remember what happened? Owen Travers literally split open the lip of Adam Mayhem.
He's maimed Adam Mayhem. Poor Adam Mayhem now has to go through life looking like this. And it's all thanks to Owen Travers.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Owen Travers busted up Adam Mayhem's lip, and that mask covers his face.
It covers his face, which has now been maimed and permanently scarred due to Travers.
Well, no. I mean, I see your point as Owen Travers starts firing back.
And Owen Travers, I don't know if he's realized that Mayhem is here at ringside.
Ooh.
He's had to focus too hard on Steven Tresario in this battle.
Flying shoulder tackle connecting. There's a second one.
Travers is rolling now.
Oh! Roundhouse kick catching Tresario right on the jaw, maybe the cheek, and now, wait a minute, Mayhem! Grabbing the hand, he was going for that
Now Owen
springboard
Travers
ace
knows he's
crusher.
there.
Double stomp to the back of the head. And Tresario out of his freaking mind. Off the ropes. Ginger snap. Cover. 1, 2, and 3.
Hard fought victory by Tresario.
You can call that a hard-fought win if you want, but the reality is Adam Mayhem came out here, grabbed the hand of Owen Travers when he was setting up for that beautiful springboard ace crusher, and the distraction was enough to turn the tide in Tresario's favor.
Steven Tresario still endured a great deal of offense on his way to this. Steven Tresario, I still do see doing very big things here in Best of the West. Congratulations and huzzah to Steven Tresario.
Well, I don't like how it happened, but Tresario is your winner in your main event here at Best of the West. Ignition. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to follow Best of the West on all things social media. For the Best of the West Commissioner, Alexander G. Bernard, I am AJ Kirsch at ringside saying good night from Hanford.